So I genuinely cannot remember the last time that I did a book haul on this channel, and I've had a lot of things come in. So yeah, today we are just going to do a book haul of some of the things that I got in November and December so far, and there's a fair amount of it. We have some chapters orders, book of the month, Aardvark book club, and then a subscription I get from a local bookstore. So we have quite a bit to get through, and hopefully you are as excited as I am to take a look at all of these new books in my life. So welcome to the channel. My name is Kat, and this month in December we are doing a new video every single day on the channel. So please subscribe if you're interested, and hopefully you will be along for this ride. So I'm gonna start first with some of my November books before I start opening up this stack of boxes. And I do have two books from Book of the Month and two from the Aardvark Book Club. So I'll take a look at those first. So from the Aardvark Book Club, this is a small Canadian-based subscription where they come out with 5 new releases every month. Usually they're like a very interesting selection of books, like ones that usually are more indie or not as talked about. So I really love that. I've been finding it like such a great way to discover new books that I really might not have heard of from otherwise. So in November, I got one book and then an add-on. So the book that I got is Midnight is the Darkest Hour by Ashley Winstead. She is the author of one of my all-time favorite books, which is In My Dreams I Hold a Knife. One of my favorite thrillers that I've ever read. And last year came out with also a cult book called The Last Housewife, which very polarizing, but I think one of the best books about a cult that I've read, really. So I'm incredibly excited to get to her newest release. I don't know too much about this one yet, but I'm really excited, and I have a feeling that I'll just read like anything she comes out with from now on. Then from this book box, I also got Love Interest by Claire Gilmore. So this is like a workplace rivals romance. It's kind of just like reading the synopsis of it, I'm kind of getting the Hating Game vibes, because we're following a finance expert who gets passed over for a job and given instead to the board chairman's son. And then the two of them are thrown together on a project, and they discover things, like they discover some big secret about the company and fall for each other. So all right, I'm very excited about both of these. And then last month from Book of the Month, I also got one book and an add-on. So my add-on for the month was Check and Mate by Ali Hazelwood. She is the author of the Love Hypothesis and several other like women in STEM type of romances. This is her first YA book, and it's following chess players. So really excited. I love her writing. I love these like stories that she comes up with. I love like basically everything I've read from her. So I'm really excited to give this a try, and especially it being her first YA book, I'm excited to see how it is. And then the book that I did end up getting in November is This Spells Love, and this is a romance where a woman tries to erase her the memories of her ex. I guess she's a witch. She tries to erase the memories of her ex from her mind, and then wakes up in an alternative reality where I guess he never existed, or where they never dated. So I'm excited for that. I might wait until like next fall to read it, just because it's giving like very witchy vibes and stuff. So I'm excited. And then I did get one special edition in November, and that is the Owl Crate edition of Masters of Death. So I really am a fan of the edition that they did. It's really nice. The edges are just black, but I really think that this is gorgeous. And then there's this foiling on it and an alternative dust jacket as well, which is just character art. So this is one of my favorite editions that I've seen of the book so far, I believe. And yeah, I just wanted a copy of this in my collection. It's by far not my favorite Olive E. Blake book I've read. In fact, I'd probably say it's my least favorite, but I did really want a special edition of this because I've collected quite a few of them at this point, and I do want to keep going. It's one that I would like to try to read again and see if I could appreciate it more a second time, because I found it a little bit too campy and too silly the first time, but I'm hoping that going into it with that mindset a second time, maybe I'd enjoy it a bit more. And now let's start opening this stack of packages. So first off, one of my local bookstores, the Spanish Tale in Ottawa, does a monthly subscription where they basically, you fill out a form of what types of books you might like, and they provide recommendations, or they provide you books based on what you say. So I specifically asked them for more indie releases, less well-known, kind of like newer sci-fi and fantasy, and also indie like romances, things that maybe aren't super well-known. So let's take a look at what they picked for me this month. Okay. Oh, okay. So first off, we have The Graham Effect by Elle Kennedy. This is the start of a new series that she's come out with that is specifically hockey romances. Yeah, so I guess we're following a female hockey player and I believe a male hockey player as well, but I'm really excited for this one. This is actually one that I was planning on reading this month no matter what, because I am going to be having a video up later this month of hockey romances, and this is one that I had identified as wanting to read. So I am very, very happy to have this in my collection. And the next one, oh, okay. This is even more exciting. Assistant to the Villain. So this is one that I also was planning on reading no matter what this month, because it is nominated for the top 20 romantasy books in the Goodreads Choice Awards. And if you didn't know, I read every year the top 20 nominees in a few categories. And this year, romantasy is one that I decided on. So this has been like a really popular TikTok book lately. I think it started as kind of like a series on TikTok and then developed into a book, but it is a young woman who becomes an assistant to a villain and falls for him. So I'm excited. I can't wait. And then usually there's a few other little things in here. So let's take a look. Yeah, they always include like a few little goodies in the bag. So there's a pin, that's just a book lover pin, a romance reader sticker, a, what are these called? Car freshener, air freshener, for Your Driver is Waiting, which I guess is a novel by Priya Guns. I haven't heard of it, but maybe I have to take a look. A bookmark, and then they always include a little note explaining why they picked these books. So this one, thank you for subscribing to our book box. This was the biggest challenge yet, as we've read all the same books, rated them the same, and have the same TBR. I hope you like what I chose. So funny story about this. While the person who was curating this box was doing it, she actually gave me a call, and it was so random, but she gave me a call because she saw that I had been reading the Bonds That Tie series by J. Bree. And she just saw that on my Goodreads and got so excited about the fact that she found somebody else who's read it, because not as many people have, right? So she just like very randomly gave me a call just to say that she loved my taste in books. So it was really, really sweet, and I'm really, really excited to have these in my collection. So this one is not books, but it is a planner for the new year. How do I open this? The planner that I ordered myself, which is a 2024 monthly planner. It's from the brand TF Publishing. I randomly got a planner from them that I've been using this year, and I enjoyed it, so I decided to just get another one. And I like the size of this one because I like being able to write a lot on every day, and also the color is pretty. So yeah, so this is like the daily spread. We have day by day. There's a huge section, and you can break it into like morning, afternoon, night if you want, and then there's a list down here. So I really like that. And then I think there's a monthly section as well. Yeah, so they have like monthly planners, and it's really nice and big. So that's exactly what I wanted. I find that I use my day planner for literally everything in my life, and I need like a lot of room to be able to write things. So this is perfect. And I think there was something else. Oh yeah, and then I just got a set of like monthly stickers because why not? It was like $4. So now book of the month for this month. Okay, so, oh, they sent a little sticker set. This is cute. So seasons readings, may your books be merry and bright. And then just a bunch of like seasonal little stickers. That's super cute. And the books that I got this month, I have 2 or 3, I can't remember. The first one is The Kingdom of Sweets. So this is a Nutcracker retelling, I believe. And it's one that I want to read this month. I think I'm going to do a little reading vlog just reading this and the other book that I got in here just as a little new release Christmassy books. And so the next one, the one that I'm thinking of for that, is A Winter in New York by Josie Silver. I do believe I've read, oh yeah, so she wrote One Day in December, which I really liked. And so, you know, I don't really know much about this one, but going into a Christmas romance by her, I feel pretty confident I'll like it. So I think I'm gonna do a little reading vlog, like just a day in the life reading those 2. And the third book that I got is The Only One Left by Riley Sager. I'm like very, very hit or miss with my feelings on Riley Sager, and honestly I think I mostly got this because there is a part of me that wants to read the top 10 thrillers nominated for Goodreads Awards this year, which I don't really have time to do it, but I kind of want to do it, and I really, really don't know if I will ever be able to fit that into my schedule. Might be a December thing, but kind of want to do it, and yeah, kind of had to have that on hand for it. Okay, and our little bookmarks. So that was my book of the month for December. And now we only have like one package left, which is just a package of things that I got from Indigo over Black Friday because they had, I think it was 40% off, because I have like a prestige card with them, so I get an extra 10% off all of their sales. So let's look at these ones. And I know this is mostly books that I've read before, because I'm trying to really stick to only buying, well, mostly only buying books that I've read before, so that like ones that I've read and I loved. So let's look here. Okay, first off, I have Yellowface by R.F. Kuang. I'm sure this is going to be the winner for the fiction books of the year, but anyway, this is about a white author who kind of friend is this really well-renowned Asian author who writes these like epic stories about Asian perspectives and Asian lives. But after she like suddenly dies, and June, the white author, is there to witness it, she kind of steals this like unfinished manuscript that's about Chinese migrant workers, and the publishing house pretty much decides that they're going to pass off June as kind of racially ambiguous and not really confirm whether or not she's actually Asian or white or anything, and just kind of pass her off as racially ambiguous so that people will be more okay with her writing from the Asian experience. And I love this book. I thought it got into some really, really great topics about the publishing world and kind of who has the authority and the ability to tell these stories, like who has the right to tell these stories about certain groups of people. Like, so I thought this one was brilliant, and I really, really wanted a copy of it. Okay, so I got 3 books in a series. Yep. I got 3 books in a Star Wars series. So this is Queen's Hope, Queen's Shadow, and Queen's Peril by E.K. Johnson. And the 3 of these are all Star Wars stories, obviously following Padme. And they are some of my favorite Star Wars books that I've ever read. I am a huge, huge fan of Padme, and I've always really wanted to know more, I guess, about her story, her life on Naboo, her life as queen, and then later as senator, and also her romance with Anakin. And these delivered so much, and I absolutely love this series. So yes, I wanted them on my shelf, and I really wanted to have more Star Wars books in my life because I don't have enough copies of my Star Wars books. So here we go. And the final book that I did get is Bookshops and Bone Dust by Travis Baldree, another one that I've read, really, really enjoyed. So this one is a prequel to his really popular book, Legends and Lattes, and we're following Viv, an orc, as she is injured in this town and kind of just like discovers her love for reading. Like, I think, honestly, the way I described this book when I read it is literally just somebody discovering that books are amazing and that kind of just turning that into her personality. So I love this one, and I really wanted another copy. I really wanted a copy because I love the artwork, and I already have the other books, so I wanted to complete my collection. So there you go. That was my little book haul from November and December. So if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. There'll be so many more fun videos coming up this month, so please keep an eye out for it, and hopefully I will see you in some of them. Bye.